Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Two news stories. Firstly, it seems Gita Choreda, Tigray Interim government president, chief of the government, head of the government, is in trouble. Are his days numbered? Can we say he's about to go? Secondly, Eritrean Minister of Information, Yemane Gebremaskal, yesterday released a message about uh, attempts to create a regional conflict. Attempts by which players? What did he say? What did he mean? Who is trying to fuel a regional conflict? Outsiders? Internal players? Which country? Let's start from Tigray, viewers, where it seems that Gita Choreda, Tigray interim president, is in. After closely monitoring and analyzing the recent developments in Tigray, I have reached this conclusion that now Gita Choreda, interim president, is in serious trouble. When the two TPLF wings emerged a few weeks ago, back then we said that we'll have to wait to see which group emerges as stronger. It seems TPLF Debrecen has managed to show its political strength. Getacheo's narrative is not selling. TPLF is discrediting Getachew that he is federal government's proxy, that he has been working as a tool for the federal government for the prosperity part. It is becoming difficult for Getachew to get this label removed from himself that he is PM Abiy's man. So he is definitely losing ground in Tigray. Secondly, Tigray security forces are supporting TPLF Debrecen wing. Kidano's controversial letter has given some ground to the rumors which were being spread that Tigray channels were supportive of TPLF. Getachew is nothing without security forces. If security forces don't obey his orders, don't implement his instructions, he cannot survive as a regional president. Sadkan looked on the back foot yesterday when he gave an interview. He tried to clarify his position, but he did not seem confident. Sadkan is Getachew's key supporter. Sadkan saw what happened in Shere. He left the hall. Immediately, Getachew had to leave as well. Getachew's government has lost its authority, its writ in several parts of Tigray. Tigray Ficado, appointed as North-Western administrator by Getachew, still not able to take charge there. TPLF not allowing Tigray Ficado to assume charge there. Yes, in some parts of Tigray, like Raya, some parts of Eastern Tigray, Getachew group has presence too. But keeping in view the way TPLF is organized on grassroots level, it would be very difficult for Getachew to take the place of TPLF. His group, it seems, won't be able to take the place of TPLF. He can now only survive if federal government intervenes. Tigray Population Fund, the Debrecen wing is holding key discussions where Getachew sits in Mekelle. Getachew unable to ban. But if you remember, a few months ago, he banned TPLF meetings. He didn't allow TPLF to hold a meeting in Mekelle. Back then, he was strong. Now he is weak. Military security forces not listening to him. That is why where Getachew is based, TPLF is holding meetings, making plans to remove Getachew. TPLF maybe won't have to use force to remove Getachew. The way he's being paralyzed, he won't be able to work. Now, this is the test of Getachew nerves. The man is not very strong in terms of nerves. He is very open. He is direct. He's not a restrained type and calculated type of man like the Bratzian. Will he just give in under this pressure? Now, this is turning into a war of nerves as well between Getachew group and the group. My analysis, it's purely an analysis. It's not based on any information. I think Getachew will only survive if he gets support from federal government. Tigray security force is not in the mood of supporting Getachew. He's in trouble. Let's see how he gets out of this challenge. Will he be able to overcome this challenge somehow? That remains to be seen. Second, Eritrea says that the region has no appetite for any regional conflict. The Minister of Information of Eritrea, Yemane Gebremeskel, yesterday released a message. The man is known for writing messages in a very thick and formal English language. Verbosity is what his main quality is, Yemane. Yemane says there are amateur pundits and infantile political groups which want chaos, conflict in the region. There is no appetite among the peoples of the region for a new conflict. Who are these amateur pundits and infantile political groups? I think Yemane tried to kill two birds with one stone. TPLF these days is talking a lot about Eritrea. TPLF both sides, the Bratzian side and the other side, Getachew side. And secondly, Ethiopia, Somalia tensions are rising. No signs of de-escalation. So he criticized both the TPLF, Tigray government, and Ethiopian government. Because if there is any conflict between Ethiopia and Eritrea, that would also be a regional conflict. Any issue between Ethiopia and Somalia would also be a regional conflict. Basically saying that the region does not want a new conflict, but there are some people, some groups, some countries maybe, that want a regional conflict. By the way, ideally, I think Eritrean government would like a war between Ethiopia and Somalia. If Ethiopia is kept busy fighting on multiple fronts, perhaps that would be good for Eritrean government. And same is the case with Ethiopian government too. If Eritrea is kept busy fighting at multiple fronts against different countries, that would make Ethiopia stronger in the region to make big decisions. I wouldn't say Eritrea is fueling the conflict between Ethiopia and Somalia. It has played no role to de-escalate the situation so far. Definitely, if uh, the two countries, Ethiopia and Somalia, are unable to solve their issue through dialogue and a war breaks out, Eritrea won't be able to just isolate itself. It will have to involve directly, not directly, maybe indirectly. But when it comes to relation between Ethiopia and Eritrea, Eritrea really has no evidence for war. It does not want war against Ethiopia now. Why? It knows that there are so many issues being faced by Ethiopia internally. It does not need to wage war against Ethiopia to weaken Ethiopia. It can work behind the scenes. It can back proxies in Ethiopia. Ethiopian problems like the warlike situation in Amhara, conflict in Tigray are very serious issues. Eritrea does not need to intervene in Ethiopia to weaken Ethiopia. Ethiopian groups, Ethiopian leaders are enough to weaken the country and themselves. That's what they're doing. Thanks for watching.